this away and then take out your textbook, please. Your Journeys textbook, yes. So last week you all learned about the main idea, right? Does everyone remember that? Alright, so if you remember it, put your thumbs up for me, make sure. Can someone explain to the class what main idea is and how to find it? Does anyone remember? Herman? Good job. And how do you usually find the main idea? Good job. And do we use details in the text to find it? Alright. So today we're going to be discussing theme, which is similar to main idea, but you're going to be looking more into the text. Alright, you're going to be looking, you have to think deeper about it. It's not just going to be right in the text, you have to think about it outwardly. Alright? So, the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to write what theme is. So I'm going to write it on the chart paper. If you guys want to take out your reading journals and put your name, date, and number on it, please. And then we're going to label at the top theme because that's what we're going to be discussing today. Alright, so a theme is a central idea. Go ahead and write this down as I write it. That describes the meaning and the subject of a text. And we're going to talk about that a little bit in just a second. And like main idea, you can find theme in pretty much any reading that you're doing. So today, you could find it, like you read The Chocolate Story last week, and that's where you found your main idea. But we're going to be reading poetry today. So we're going to do a little bit of a different activity. We're going to try to find the theme of 2 poems by Langston Hughes that we talked about just previously, about 30 minutes ago. Go ahead and copy this down in your journal. Now, an example of a theme, you can find theme in like business meetings, that kind of thing. And I found an example, and it says a theme. So say that a whole business meeting, they talked about world peace and what they can do to find it. The theme of that business meeting would be world peace. So that's what we're going to be looking for. We're going to be looking for what the entire poem is about and what it's saying, what the author wants us to know. Alright, and when you're done writing that down, go ahead and turn to page 67 in your Journeys textbook, and we're going to read the poem To You by Langston Hughes. Did everyone have a finished copying it down? You need it still?
The copy is like
guys follow along with me in your textbooks, okay, so we understand what we're reading. To sit and dream, to sit and read, to sit and learn about the world, outside our world of here and now, our problem world, to dream of vast horizons of the soul, through dreams made whole, unfettered, free, help me, and all you who are dreamers too, help me to make our world anew. I reach out my dreams to you. So, can anyone tell me kind of what that poem is about? Does anyone kind of understand? Angel? Rhyming a little bit? Do you know what it means? Do you know what it's saying? Because we talked about dreams earlier, right? And what Langston Hughes kind of saw dreams as a goal that you want to achieve, right? Does anyone else have an idea of what the poem could be about? Come on. Dreams, right? So let's look at the first part. To sit and dream, to sit and read, to sit and learn about the world. Does anyone have an idea of what he's saying there, what it kind of means from the first two lines? To sit. So he's sitting back and he's looking at the world, right? He's getting an idea of our world. And right here he says, our problem world. So does that mean our world is good, or does he see that there's something wrong with our world? Something wrong, right? So he's saying that our world, there's a problem in our world. And here he talks about dreaming. He says to dream of vast horizons of the soul. So he's dreaming of a better world for us, and that's what he has his own dream of it. It says, through dreams made whole, unfettered, free, help me. So this means to let him free, to help him dream outside of our troubled world, right? It says, all you who are dreamers too, help me to make our world anew. So who is he talking about when he says all you? Who is he referring to?
Us.
Everyone, all the readers. So when he says all you who are dreamers too, he says help to make our world anew. What does he want the readers to do by their dreams?
He wants the readers to make the world better.
Exactly, good job. So he wants to make the world a better place. So if we don't have dreams, we couldn't make the world a better place, right? We wouldn't be where we are today without our dreams. And he says, I reach out my dreams to you. So he's saying, I'm putting it in your hands. I'm giving you time. I'm letting you guys make your dreams come true and make the world a better place. All right, does everyone understand what it means? All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to write the theme of the poem back in your journal.
Do it one more time.
All right, there we go. So go ahead and take your reading journals back out real quick. So, we're going to write it in a full sentence so that way we know what we're talking about. We're going to start with the theme of the poem. Can someone tell me what the poem's called again?
To you.
To you, right? Good job. Of the poem to you. Now what is the first part that we talked about? We talked about the problem world, right? So the theme of the poem is that Langston Hughes is telling us that our world is not where it should or could be. Okay? So we're going to write that. That part down, and then we'll go to the second part after you guys get that copied down. start writing the next part. We need dreams and dreamers to hope for a better world and to make a change in it. Alright, so go ahead and write that down. We'll talk about it a little bit more. So does everyone understand how we got the theme from this poem? Does everyone look how we went through each line and we looked at what Langston Hughes was saying and what he was meaning by his poem? Does everyone understand how to do that? You have to, if you don't understand some lines of the poem, if you don't understand it all after you read it, go through each line and look at what he's saying in each line, and that will help you find the theme, okay? Because sometimes it's hard to remember the poem as a whole, but if you break it down piece by piece, then you can find the theme way easier and you'll understand the poem way better, all right? So you guys are going to do an activity on your own now. And if you turn to page 68, which is the next page in your book, there are 2 more poems on that page. What you're going to do is you're going to read the poem that says Dreams. And you're going to write down the theme of the poem, just like we did up here. You're going to write the theme of the poem, Dreams, is, and then you're going to list what the theme of the poem is in your reading journal. So you're going to read independently, and then you're going to write that in your journal. And I'm going to give you guys about 10 minutes to work on that, and then we're going to discuss it as a class, okay? Does everyone understand what we're doing? All right, so go ahead and open to page 68 and read the poem Dreams, and then write what you think the theme is in your reading journal.